Good day everyone. We are the group who will discuss about the minor misuse of ICT, which will be discussed by Riva Valiero, Provincent Hutul, and yours truly, Kristen Jane Hammer.
Don't you know that there are lots of minor misuse of ICT? Check it out.
Minor misuse of ICT. Lack of effective learning and limited time and lack of teachers' competency. Information and Communication Technology, or ICT, in education is the mode of education that uses information and communication technology to support, enhance, and optimize the delivery of information. Worldwide research has shown that ICT can lead to an improved student learning and better teaching methods. How does internet access affect education? It can improve the quality of education in many ways. It opens doorways to a wealth of information, knowledge, educational resources, and increasing opportunities for learning in and beyond the classroom. Internet access opens doorways to a wealth of information, knowledge, and educational resources.
Paradigm shift for teachers' challenges in the new normal. A different preparation. Challenging conduct of classes. Internet issues. Shift in evaluating students' learning. Managing virtual classroom behavior. Hopes for the new normal of education. Salute and commitment.
Don't you know? There are minor misuse of ICT that we must aware of. Allow us to enlighten you through this educational video presentation. Misuse of Information and Communications Technology, or ICT, includes theft of hardware and software, unauthorized access to computer system, and inappropriate use of equipment. Technology misuse can include tracking devices to monitor where you go, such as putting an app on your phone to track where your phone is, listening in your conversations, monitoring your activity on your cell phone, tablet, or computer, using technology to impersonate someone, and sending harassing or threatening. Teachers that misuse ICT. Limited time. Several recent studies indicate that many teachers have competence and confidence in using computers in the classroom, but they still make little use of technologies because they have lacked the time. A significant number of researchers identified time limitations and difficulty in scheduling enough computer time for classes as a barrier to teachers' use of ICT in their teaching. Next is lack of teachers' competence. Another challenge directly related to teachers' confidence is teachers' competence in integrating ICT into pedagogical practice. In Australian research, Newhouse 2002 found that many teachers lack the knowledge and skills to use computers and were unenthusiastic about the changes and integration of supplementary learning associated with bringing computers into their teaching practices. Students that misusing ICT can lead them to: first is pornography. Pornography is very dangerous for students since it can decrease students' morality. For this condition, teachers become an important person who have significant roles in avoiding the pornography affects the students. Second is lack of social skill development. The other disadvantage of social media networking is that individuals do not develop social skills. This is because students are very comfortable chatting online rather than verbal communication. Aspects that must be done in real life are done in the virtual world with social media. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying, by making use of the internet or some other technology when individuals abuse others, is termed cyberbullying. The base platform is social media networking for such issues. The main reason to blame social media is that it's simple and fast to initiate a nasty rumor, comment, upload embarrassing photos, or send an intimate message. We need to be careful always because abusers often misuse technology as a way to control, monitor, and harass victims. You might have a hunch that technology has been misused because the abuser just knows too much about what you are doing on your phone or on your computer or shows up wherever you go. So, to prevent ourselves from people who misuse technology, here are some reminders. So now we already know the misuse of ICT and how it can affect it from our personal life. So we need to be careful always, especially to our computer's account. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone. Today I will share to you the topic that I have about lack of effective training and how the lack of training affects your organization. So let's start. Often when professional training is discussed, the many benefits of training come up in conversation. While the plethora of benefits makes training worth investing in, it's also important to understand the consequences of not implementing the training into your organization's plan. Neglecting to implement training in your organization essentially means neglecting all areas of your organization. Training is imperative in running a successful organization. By not training your employees, you can affect their productivity, safety, and the overall well-being of your organization. To truly understand the value that training adds to your organization, it can help to look at how the lack of training affects your organization. Here are a few of the ways that the lack of training can affect your entire organization. First is weakened performance and lower retention rates. Weakened performance is one of the most obvious negative outcomes of neglecting to train your employees. Employees who have not been trained will run into serious problems with producing high-quality work in an efficient way. It's quite simple. Less knowledge and training lead to a low level of performance. Employees who are well trained with the skills necessary to perform their job and meet all deadlines will put out high-quality work and have a positive impact on the organization. Lack of training can lead to more frustration, wasted time, and unhappy employees. Having employees who feel as though they are not developing and are becoming frustrated with their work often leads to those employees leaving the organization and affecting your employee retention rates. The second is unsafe work environments. In a recent study, it was discovered that 17% of small business employees never received any workplace training. Often people think that health and safety training is only for hospitals, construction workers, and law enforcement. Safety training should not be reserved for any industry and should be enforced in all organizations. By training your employees on best practices for maintaining a safe workplace, you will significantly reduce the number of incidents that may occur. It is an organization's responsibility to do everything in its power to keep its employees safe and healthy. Training is a key preventative measure to be taken. The last is lack of knowledge of industry trends and policies. In our rapidly changing society, staying at the forefront of your industry in terms of knowledge is no longer just a nice to have. An organization that is a leader in its industry can drop in its rankings simply due to lack of training. By neglecting to train your employees on trends and policies within the industry, your entire organization will miss out on key advancements and innovations within the industry. Additionally, by not training your employees on new policies, mandates, requirements, and practices as they arise, you can even run into legal issues with your organization, which in turn can be extremely costly. Not only does training have a positive impact on nearly every aspect of your organization, but it also helps prevent disastrous mistakes from occurring within your organization. Next time you are debating between training or not training, recall these types of consequences of neglecting to train.